Alright, let's continue with the all-candidate forum. Now is the candidates of Academic Commissioner. Just to elaborate the rule that I mentioned earlier, 2 minutes in opening statement, 1 minute for question and answer, and 1 minute for closing statement. So, Christy, if you're ready, give us the 2-minute opening statement, please.
Hi, so as Tommy mentioned, my name is Christy Garno-Scott, and I'm running for the position of Academic Commissioner. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about academic student leadership and to continue to support and represent students' academic needs. For the past 2 years, I've been the president of a college government, a member of the CSA board, and I'm currently a student senator. This experience has given me the knowledge and the skills that are essential to this position. My goal is to continue to provide strong student representation in academic decision-making processes that impact your academic career. These could be integrative planning, program changes, curriculum reviews, all things that really impact you as a student. Further to that, I want to provide ongoing student-friendly advocacy and communication. I think that's a really big priority. Since May, I've been working with the current academic commissioner on a survey project about where and how students are involved in academic decision-making processes on campus. We're in the process of writing our final report, and this document is going to be a really good resource to this position because it highlights both where students are consulted well, where we have best practices, but also areas that need improvement. So I'll be able to use the areas that are doing well to help the areas that are not. I understand the larger issues around the university budget that impact tuition. It's a very multi-dimensional issue, and I don't think it has a quick fix. Further to that, I understand how the CSA, or this College of Biological Sciences Student Council exam bank closed and why that still has not been resolved. That's something I really want to work with that knowledge. For the past 4 years, I've been involved with academic leadership. I'm confident I'm ready for this challenge, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to work with you and to answer your questions. So, thank you.
So, first question. What do you feel it is important in regards to advocating students? You have 1 minute to answer the question.
I think the biggest thing with regard to advocating for students is to understand the issue fully before taking a position, before deciding on a course of action. This is something that I really did with the scheduled dates change this past fall at the Senate. We consulted students, we talked to them, we found out both what they wanted to see out of this, but also how that fit with the university. We took that to the Senate, we presented it, and using the things I've learned from that process, I think will be a very valuable tool for Academic Commissioner.
Next question. What's the position on changing the dates of all week and the fall semester?
Okay. Obviously, as I said before, this was something that I was strongly against. I got that feedback from the majority of students on campus. I spoke out at the Senate. I talked about why it was a quick fix to a larger issue, how it represented adding that class day was a Band-Aid solution to a larger problem about teaching and learning. I recognize that it's something we now have to work in, and I think it was a really good moment to be proud of the student leaders on campus because we all worked really hard. I know we won a lot of support at the Senate, and while I'm disappointed in the outcome, it's something that I'm committed to working within for next year.
Next question. What do you think that should be done by CSA, the CSA Academic Commissioner, the University of Guelph Administrator, and the University of Guelph Faculty Association about tuition fees?
As I said earlier, tuition is a very difficult issue. I think we have to recognize that tuition fees are going to go up. It's not something students want to hear, but it is a reality. We need to work within that and look at alternative ways that students can help finance their education. I think the financial resource room is really going to go a long way in helping students there. With regards to the administration, pressure on the province. The government is not funding our schools as well as they could be, as they should be. They won't fund inflation. They won't fund deferred maintenance. We have issues with the pension project, the pension plan. This is what's causing the deficit. This is what's causing tuition to rise. So greater advocacy to the province, I think, from the administration.
Now is the time for the question from the audience. Any question from the audience?
So my name is Erin Britnell. I'm a current student senator with the Bachelor of Arts, and I'm just wondering on your position in terms of working with the student senators next year, knowing that you have an ex officio seat on the Senate.
Yeah, I think that student senators can be much more connected to the other academic student leaders. This is certainly something that the student consultation model and report that I've been working on highlights. Student senators see the end result of the academic decisions. They don't see the steps that got us there. I'd like to connect the degree program senators with the college government, with the program committee representatives, so that the student senators can understand how and why those decisions are being made before they come to the Senate. I think that's really important.
Any more questions for the audience? All right. So I guess there's no more questions, so I guess we go to a closing statement next.
So I guess in closing, I am very excited for the opportunity to be your academic commissioner next year. I'm experienced, I'm passionate, I'm ready for this responsibility. I think it's a challenge that I really want to take on. My extensive experience has prepared me to work towards effective student representation in these academic decision-making processes. I have the skills necessary to advocate for you. We're all here for an education, and I will ensure that academic advocacy and representation is at the forefront of student leadership next year. To close, I'd like to remind everyone to vote online next week. You can check out my Facebook group, send me an email. I've got stuff in the Ontarian, the Canon, and I'll be at the Bull Ring tonight if you've thought of a question you want to ask me then. So, thank you.
Thank you for your time.